It is Demi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day and I hope life is treating you well. We have got a part 2 of a video that I done a few months ago, which is really enjoyed. I'm sorry it's taken us so long. I'm sorry it's taken us so long to get around to doing part 2. I haven't done it. I haven't got an excuse. It just didn't happen. But today I'm going to be doing part 2 of going to the shops that I hate. If you haven't seen part 1, I will have it linked below. But basically in that video, I went to shops that I would usually just walk straight past. And for one reason or another, have kind of decided that I don't like them. The shops I went to last time were Matalan, Next, H&M. And I think that was it. There might have been another one, but I can't remember. But these shops are primarily clothes shops. Now, I'm a plus size girl. I'm a size UK 18 to 20. So clothes shopping for me isn't the easiest. And I find a lot of high street shops exclude anyone bigger than a size 14 to 16. Hence why a lot of the time I brush these shops off and just think, well, I can't shop in you, so I just don't go in. But am I actually being delusional and do these shops sometimes actually offer plus size and I'm just not aware of it? Also price point as well. I feel like a lot of these shops that I don't go in are just a bit expensive compared to where I like to shop, which would be Primark, Pep & Co, supermarkets, and then when you go online I like to shop on ASOS, Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing. I saw it first just because they're all inclusive of sizes. They have a curve range which I really like and I don't find the price points to be that bad. But yeah, so today we're just going to be going to the shops that I hate, having a browse, hopefully trying some stuff on if I feel like there's stuff that might fit, that I might want to try on. But without further rat-a-tat-tat, that's what this video is going to be. I hope you are excited, buckle up, and let's just head to the first shop. Okay, so the first shop I'm going to go into is Wallsend. I feel like it's not a shop that I ever go in. I pass it all the time and I just walk straight past. I feel like it's a little bit more formal wear as to what I usually prefer style wise, but I also feel like the price point's really expensive and I think they're not size inclusive, but we will find out. Also guys, I'm having real trouble with the contact. It keeps falling out and my eye is just watering and pushing it out, so could potentially lose eyesight in one eye today because literally when I don't have my contacts in, everything is blurred unless you're standing at my face. So Wallsend was the first culprit of this video, and walking in, it was definitely how I expected it to be style wise. Very neutral colours and tones. I feel like I would class it as quite a grunge aesthetic. Not really something I'd typically go for, and I was really struggling to find anything over a size large or a 14. They didn't seem to do more sizes than that. They did have quite a few like accessories and belts. I also looked at the men's section as well, little t-shirts and stuff, quite a lot of basic items. I feel like Wallsend is a brand that keeps to quite neutral items that'll be timeless and that you could keep in your wardrobe for a long time. I don't see them as a brand that turns over loads and loads of products just because it's kind of fashionable, and I know that they are famous for their leather jackets and I think a lot of people do invest in the leather jacket.
Guys, so I'm just looking in the men's section. I really like flannel looking shirts at the minute. I like the colour combination on this one, like with the beige and a bit red, and then you've got like some cord shirts as well, which I quite like. I've picked up 2 things to try on, but they're very basic things simply because there's nothing above a size 16, but these are like a 16 large, so I'm just going to try them on and see if they fit, but they're just very basic items. Tried this little brown t-shirt on. It's £35 for a little t-shirt. I suppose they've got a little logo there, which is their logo. It's a size 16 though. Tried it on because like I said, they don't really have anything my size. It's an alright fit, like it fitted over my boobs and that, but it's a little tight on the arms. It's not like very flattering, obviously because it's not my size, but it does feel like a good quality. You can definitely feel like how thick it is, and but yeah, I wouldn't wear this, like not a bit of me. So this is like a really light material t-shirt. It's see-through though. This is £55 in the sale for 27, but I wouldn't pay either of them prices for this. I mean, I don't really know. It's in a size large and it is quite overfitting. That's why I thought I'll try it on. It feels like a nice material, but it just, the fitting, what is it? Like, I don't know. Like, I'd probably took it up, but then it's just so see-through. Like, I don't get it. It looks like a John.
Okay, I've walked out of Wallsend. Safe to say it's not a shop that I would go in again. I just feel like the price point, there was like jackets in there that I had seen pretty similar to in the shops that I shop for like over £100, and I was just like, not a bit of me. And I also just felt like I didn't fit in there, like looking around the clientele of the shop and also just how it was, the vibe of it. It was not my type of shop, but I think the next shop I'm going to go to is River Island. I never ever go to River Island simply just because I feel like the price point is way higher. I don't think the size inclusive, but also I just don't feel like the style of clothes they do is my preference. But we will go in and have a look and hopefully try some things on as well. One thing I wanted to have a look at is the bags. I feel like if you had a River Island bag in school, you were the bee's knees. I used to beg my mum to get a River Island bag, probably something similar to this one, although that would not have fit my schoolwork in, so maybe something a little bit bigger. But I remember the one year I was actually allowed one, I felt the bee's bloody knees in it. It was kind of like the designer at high school. If you had one of these, you were cool. But I actually quite like the brown tones they had in, but they still seem to follow the same design as the ones I remember from school. The clothing range was quite different to what I expected it to be. I love this little top with a twinkle at the bottom. I feel like I've seen some people wear something similar to this on Zara. But yeah, I was just having a browse. How fancy is this? Look at that. Look at that bit feather detailing.
I'm drawn to is this little skirt. I really like the pearl detail on it. I feel like that's actually really cute, but I bet you they don't go up to a big size. Yeah, so the biggest one that they have is actually the size 14. So this is a really nice black sparkle dress. I like the way it comes down and sits. This is in a size 16. It's actually only £23, which for the style of the dress and everything I feel like is quite reasonable. Why do I quite like this? I feel like it's just totally glammed up, quite a plain top. For £30, I'm not sure if I'd pay £30, and I do prefer something long arms, so it's not something I'd probably wear. And I have noticed the chain there has snapped. I noticed before I put it on, so don't worry, I haven't stretched it. It is glam like. I do quite like it. There's that little... I feel like wasn't Zara doing a top pretty similar to this with this? I mean, for £30, it's not something I'd personally buy, but it fits. I found two things in a size 18 as well, so I'm going to try them on. I like this green colour at the minute, so I was drawn to this. Right, why do I kind of like this? I feel like it's a really nice fitting shirt. It's like got a lot of detail to it. It's a size 18, so preferably I would have got for a 20, but they don't have that. And it's a little tight on the boobs. I feel like my boobs are pulling quite a bit of the material, but I still think it's quite cute. Just the back of it. I like the longer side. Stop. This is quite cute. I like how it's like long armed and it's like collared. I actually really like this. It's £35, I think, no, £37. Not sure if I'd pay that. I feel like it's a bit expensive, but I do like it. I feel like for a piece that would last a long time because it does feel of a good quality. There's something about it, like I've seen a shirt in this style before and I'm quite drawn. This one shows up every lump and bum that I have. This is the most unflattering thing I've put on in my life. Like, I think it's just a little too small for us. It's showing the stomach quite a bit, which, you know, not really the vibe I would want for. I do like the material though, it's a really nice glitter material. However, this is actually only £23, which I feel like is quite a reasonable price. I don't think that's bad at all, to be honest, for like a little dress like this. If it had fitted, I actually would have got this, but this is the biggest size they do.
Okay guys, I'm going to say I was wrong about the style of River Island. They did have quite a few items in a size 18 again, so kind of wrong about that. I thought they only went up to like 14, 16, but they do have some items stocked in at 18, which is nice to see, although it's still not size inclusive for bigger sizes. I definitely think seeing an 18 there is not what I expected.
Price range, I didn't think it was as bad as I thought. Okay, I feel like style and price for River Island, I feel like I was wrong for sure. So I'm going to apologise because there was definitely stuff in there that I would have worn, and there was definitely stuff in there that I thought the price was alright. It was mainly just sizing was still a tiny bit too small for me, although that green shirt I was tempted. Okay, the next shop I'm going to try is Monki. Now, I've definitely bought from Monki before, but it has been through ASOS. The shop I never actually go in to actually have a browse at what they've got. So yeah, let's go and have a little look and see if it's a shop I like.
My first impressions were that they had a bit of everything in terms of style, so it was obviously they had a lot of their seasonal knitwear in, but when it comes to like in either neutral colours or patterns, I feel like they definitely had a good mixture of both. Like there was plenty of patterns there, bright colours, but then also your neutrals if that's what you prefer as well. So I feel like in terms of style, definitely catering for a large group of people. The accessories home section has always been a little bit of me. Every Christmas, one of my friends, Caitlin's, made it a tradition to get us a little bag, and it's usually from Monki, and I really like their accessories. This cup I thought was great. I really like these blue glasses as well. I definitely feel like it's more my aesthetic. I feel the price point's fine, and also because you don't need to kind of fit into these items, I do feel like I can have a good look, and everything's a potential for us to buy.
Okay, so I've stopped for a Starbucks break. I've got my cappuccino with oat milk and then vegan tuna sandwich as always. And then as for Monki, I didn't try anything on because there was nothing on the hangers like bigger than a medium. I think I found an extra large in like one t-shirt thing, but it wasn't a bit of me. So I was actually really disappointed because on ASOS I really like Monki, but obviously going into the actual shop I don't feel like the size range was what it is online.
I couldn't pass Hollister and not look in. Hollister has such a nostalgic feel for me. I remember in school they were all the hype. To be fair, the style was completely different to what I remember it being. I remember it being a lot more sportswear than like what it was, but I feel like they had a lot of nice dress wear in, more than I ever remember. They did obviously have some signature sportswears as well. I really like these like velvety tracksuits, and even the sportswear they did have that was branded with their name in, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was quite cute. Did anybody else in school feel the bee's knees if you had one of the Hollister perfumes? I remember me and all my friends used to compare the scents and everything, and we used to save our pocket money just to get them. I really liked these lounge sets that they had in from Gilly Hicks. These were so pretty.
Okay guys, this is from Hollister. It's actually from the men's section, but I really like the design on it. But I have just noticed this is actually meant to be the back, but I wouldn't want to wear this at the back. I'm not going to get it just because I don't think it fits very nice. Anyway, I did like the design. I thought I'd give it a quick try on. There's also this gilet as well, which I picked up in the men's section. It actually feels like a really good quality and I like the fit of it. I think like it's not too big. It has like quite a nice fit. Shopping is done. Now it's time for the conclusion. The first shop that I went into was All Saints, and safe to say I still dislike this shop. For me, my style preference
definitely doesn't fit the aesthetic of this shop. I feel like it's very industrial formal wear. If I could describe it as anything, that's kind of what comes to my mind. The price is ridiculously high, and I'm kind of wondering, are they a really sustainable shop? Are they a designer brand? But I would never have said All Saints was a designer brand, but who am I to know about fashion? I literally buy most of my clothes from supermarkets, so I don't know. Because if I'm wrong, maybe they are a designer brand, but they are just not a bit of me. It's safe to say that when I go into town, I will be walking past All Saints again. It's just not my vibe. Price point's too high, and they're not size inclusive. I found a few things in a large, but they didn't really fit. They were just like baggy tops, so one of them wasn't even that baggy, but they were just like t-shirty style things, in which they were quite a bit of money. So yeah, All Saints, still not a particular shop that I would shop in. After that, I actually ended up in River Island, which, let's just say, this shop surprised me to the core. It's definitely not the aesthetic of clothes I felt like it was going to be. I remember when I was younger, I kind of felt like River Island was a Cheryl Cole of shops. That's how I imagined it. Blazers were big buttons and quite distinctive patterns, and although they did have a lot of patterns in colour, there were patterns and colours in which I actually really liked. I was so tempted by the green shirt that I tried on. However, it was just a tiny bit too tight around my boobs, so I was a bit like, you've got to lose a few inches off the boobs first, love. But then I looked on ASOS, and River Island actually have a plus size section on ASOS, which I was totally unaware of, but that green shirt was not there, but they had that shirt in nude, and I was like, I don't want the nude one, I want the green one, but it wasn't in my size, or else I think I would have bought that because it was so pretty. I feel like River Island is definitely a shop that shocked us, and it is a shop that I would go in. Now, I would not walk straight past it. I would have a browse. I feel like they do go to a size 18 in store, which isn't necessarily size inclusive. It is a size that I currently fit in though, so I would be able to have a browse. The price point was less than I thought. I thought River Island was a lot more expensive than it actually was. I don't know if that's just me, but I looked at this little black dress, which in my head I thought they would have charged about 40 quid for it, but it was only like 20 odd. So I feel like the price was not half as bad as what I thought, and I was actually really surprised. So River Island, I would go in. This video has made us a River Island fan. I liked the items. I thought the items seemed good quality, and River Island was a shocker because I would try it again. Monki was a disappointment because I feel like when it comes to Monki, is a shop that I would have looked in. I've found some great stuff on ASOS from Monki before, but in the actual store, they had nothing above a large. I think I found a one extra large top, and that was it. Their size range in store is not a bit of me. And yeah, it just, I don't know, the vibe in the shop just doesn't seem as nice as what I see online when it comes to them. So for them, I'm gonna actually say store-wise no, but in terms of the actual brand, I would shop from them online. Hollister. Oh, let's talk Hollister, right? I loved Hollister as a kid. I remember, I think it was for like my 14th or 13th birthday, I asked my mum for a Hollister hoodie, and it was like £45. It was bright sky blue and it had Hollister written on it, but didn't we all? Like, everybody loved Hollister in my high school, and I feel like it was just a thing. And I really didn't have high expectations for it. I did ask a member of staff who was asking us about the rewards card thing, what size they went up to, and she did say they went up to an 18 to 20, but I could find nothing in the shop that was above a 16 or a large, so I'm not sure how true that is. I liked the men's section. There was some really nice graphic tees. I found a nice black gilet that I liked. The women's section, the actual style of the clothes surprised us. There was a lot in there that if it was my size I would have tried on. Black gilet that I tried on from the men's section was around £70, which my black gilet that I got from ASOS, I think I paid about 40, so it was a higher price point than what I would usually like to spend on my clothes, so that was, I would say, a bit of a disappointment. Other than that, this video has been so much fun. I've definitely found a new brand that I like, which is River Island. Let us know if you like any of the shops that I went in today to have a browse, any of the shops that you would go into. But without further rat-a-tat-tat, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you would like to see a part 3, let us know, because there's still shops around that I don't shop in that I could try out for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again shortly for another one. Bye!